Hey everybody, so today I am going to do a journal with me. So this is my junk journal that I made for my faith journaling, and I showed it to you briefly in a vlog I did a while back. So I have filled in a few pages already. Some of them you'll have already seen on Instagram, and most of them you probably actually haven't. So if you don't know what junk journaling is, it's basically where, in my situation anyway, I've taken an old book, ripped all the pages out, and then made my own pages out of just random pieces of scrap paper, junk paper, I guess. And that's sort of anything from sewed up pieces of like letters, envelopes, old book pages, old journal pages, just like random graph paper, all sorts of bits and bobs. And it's really fun so far to work with it because you can do different things on different kinds of paper. So I'm gonna get going on something today. I never really plan how I'm gonna do it. Sometimes I have some ideas. I have this box here of kind of like bits and bobs that have been inspiring me lately, so things I would have just printed out from Pinterest, or something like this, which is the instructions to making our new dining chairs. Perhaps I could use that somehow. So I just got this tin full of random bits and bobs. Then of course I have my Bible. I actually am just using my journaling Bible as my Bible, obviously, most important thing. And then I have what you can't see on the table, or you can sort of see, is my pen case, which is like my most used bits and bobs. There are some of these pages that I actually haven't finished. I need to go back to and add bits to, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to start on this new spread. So I'm just going to have a look and see what we've got to add in here, because some of these things are just so pretty. So today I think I'm going to journal this passage that's just been coming to my head again and again and again, and it is the one from Galatians 5, and it's super popular. We'll all have heard of it, and it is: the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such things there is no law. And those who belong to Christ Jesus have crucified the flesh with its passions and desires. If we live by the Spirit, let us also keep in step with the Spirit. And I find that so challenging. So challenging, I can't even tell you, because I don't know, I feel like I've been a pretty horrible person lately, and I don't know if it's hormonal or it's just because it's dark outside. Like, I just don't cope very well in the winter. But I have not been the greatest advocate of these things, and I'm very thankful for grace and forgiveness, but I also know that I need to extend that to lots of other people in my life. So sometimes putting these things down on paper can really help, so I'm gonna definitely do some journaling. I might see if I've got some kind of envelope, and I can put some secret journaling in here, and just some things to remind myself of all of these fruits of the Spirit, because when you see that enacted in some people, or just a singular person, it is just the most beautiful thing that you've ever seen, and I want more of that for me, and therefore all of those people around me. So I am going to write that in here, and then I'm going to do some secret journaling, and then we'll see where we go from here. This is my trusty Prit Refill roller, and I am addicted to it. Maybe, in fact, I'll write all the fruits of the Spirit around that. So I will need some kind of a pen, maybe even two. I'm sure I am gonna journal the fruits of the Spirit 1,000 times, because I just think they're so important. And that is by no means perfect, but this is like the best pen ever. It is the Tombow Fudenosuke calligraphy pen, and it just makes your writing look amazing, even though mine is not at all amazing. And oh, I've got a Heath and Heather raspberry leaf tea, I think. Oh, so refreshing. Okay, I think I might go over that with a bit of this bronze pen because it's just nice to have a little bit of extra something. So all of my images pretty much are either taken myself or from Pinterest, and if you follow me on Pinterest then you'll be able to see all of the images and where they come from, etc. I just love how that looks. It just gives it this, like, I don't know if you can see that, but I just love it how it catches the light. That's just a bronze Uniball Signo. So I think I'm just going to put a bit of tape on it to make it look extra pretty. Maybe. Sometimes I literally make a spread because I've made a mess and then I need to cover it up with something else, and that's how I decide what I'm going to use. So yesterday we went on this really lovely sunny day to a beautiful National Trust property, and it was just the most sunny day, but it was the muddiest walk and I didn't have any wellies, but it was just so nice to hang out with this beautiful little girl and her mummy, and we just had a really fabulous time. So I'm going to stick that in there as well. I said I'd do a pocket, but I will have a think about that. Might do sort of a secret flap or something like that with some journaling on it. And I'm just going to take a G2 and just write where it was. I think I might put a bit more of a border on, but with my favourite pen. Maybe I'll just do this. I was reminded of Psalm 143, so I'm just going to open that. It's this bit here in passage 10 of Psalm 143. Teach me to do your will, for you are my God. Let your good spirit lead me on level ground. I just feel like I've been so shaky lately, what with moving house and just literally, honestly, everything's just gone crazy because of that. My whole routine's changed, which means like my body's reacted differently to things. Like I've got to be a bit more careful about the foods that I eat and things because of my diabetes. And then of course little man started preschool, which although it's not like an emotional toll, it does change the routine a little bit. And yeah, I don't know, I just feel like I need to find that level ground so badly. I just really need God to guide me on that one because I'm struggling. So I think I'm going to put let your good spirit lead me on level ground in here, and then maybe journal on the back. Aha! There's a pocket already there for me. So I might do a bit of a journal and pop the pocket in there. And I even have some of my old journaling cards. So let's see if one of those fits in there nicely. Okay, I might use that one. How much do I have to cut it down? That'll be fine. We'll see where we go. Anyway, right, I'm going to keep that to the side. I know I'm going to do that later. Okay, do I put... So I could put, let your good spirit lead you on level ground in big text there. I might do that, but I don't know how... This is wallpaper. I don't know how it's going to react to my writing on it. So, do you know what I might do? I might use my water brush and some watercolours. This is just the Winsor & Newton pocket selection, and if you are interested in any of these things they'll all be linked down below, but there's also like a big blog post about all the things I use and keep in my journaling bag. Now what colour shall I do this? I sort of might make my own one. like a leaf doodle. Something else needs to happen to that page, but I don't know what it is. That was Tombow 312. So the video cut, but all I've done is add this shadowing here just to make those letters pop, and I just used the same black pen, the Food No Suko pen. And then I added this picture here, which I trimmed down a little bit and just cut straight off at the side just to make it fit on the page. We got this at small group, or I did. We were doing a kind of reflective worship session, and it was about finding a way through situations, and so it was about narrow doors and narrow pathways. And I really connected with this image because it just reminds me of Santorini, which I went to over 10 years ago now, and is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. And every pathway is narrow, every doorway is oddly shaped, and it's just so handcrafted, but it's just gorgeous. And I think it just made me feel like even if you've got this narrow pathway, this pathway that you're not really sure about, that God can make it really beautiful, and that you should try and see the beauty in it, because it can be just really, really gorgeous. And then I filled in my card a little bit, so I've just stuck on this throat comfort tea packaging because we were all really sick for a really long time, the longest we've probably been poorly for a very long time, certainly all three of us. And so I just wrote a thank you for continually healing us. And then on the back I just put a prayer really for how I feel at the minute, and sometimes all I want to do is, instead of write the exact situation down, is just write a prayer that relates to it. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of tape on the bottom, because everything is better with tape on the bottom. Sometimes I write it yours dearly, sometimes I write thank you, sometimes I'll write other things on the day. I'm just going to add some tape. I also want to add in this leaf somewhere, because it also got that in the same like reflective worship session, but I haven't quite worked out where it could go. It could go there. Anyway, that can go in its little pocket. For some reason the video keeps cutting me off, so I've just added some more tape, and then this fabric not match resistant logo thingy there, and then I'm just going to stick these couple of bits in here. So I'm going to add this "Do All Things with Love" here, which I've had in my stash for a while and just fits so perfectly with what I'm talking about. And I don't know if I should attempt to stick that on with this. I might do. I might be brave and see if it works. Let's see. Sort of. I don't know that's going to hold though. Right, let's see if we've got anything else that I can add in here. Okay, I'm going to add that one in as well. That's cute. And it has exactly what I want to say. It's quite short about leaves. Okay. The reason I've popped the leaves in there is because in small group we were talking about the narrow pathways, but also talking about leaves being there for only a short period of time, and how this tree has been there for so long, but this leaf just comes in the spring and it goes in the autumn, and it's just there for a short period of time. And if we were to all look at life like that, as our life is like a leaf of this big mighty oak tree, then how differently would we consider our own existence? Okay, so this is perfect phrase, and let us not get tired of doing what is right, for after a while we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't get discouraged and give up. Galatians 6:9. And I feel so this phrase right now. I am so tired of doing what is right. That needs more stickers, but I think I'm going to leave it there today. I hope that was interesting and you enjoyed seeing what I've created and kind of how I do my journaling process. And it is very random, but that's how I do it. And I will go back and just kind of not fill in the blanks, but probably add some more stickers, maybe some stamping as well, just to make it like fuller as well as just more complete, I guess. So there you go, there you have it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please leave me comments down below about the things that you liked, and check back soon for new videos. Bye.